Hey, you're Michael, right? Rihanna's husband? I hope I got the right number. It's gonna be real awkward if this isn't you. Yes, this is Michael. Who is this? Oh, so it is you! Awesome! My name's Sean. I figured it's time we spoke. Okay. What did you want to speak about? Am I correct this has something to do with my wife? Oh yeah, dude. It has everything to do with her. I've been seeing her. And by seeing her, I mean seeing her naked. Does that explain it for you? Or do I need to keep going? Because, I can if you really want. No, that's fine. You've made your point. How long has this been going on? A few months, actually. Look, I know this isn't the ideal way to find out, but I figured you deserve the truth. Hey, we're both guys, right? Yeah, we're both guys. So you're giving me a courtesy heads up that you're having an affair with my wife? Exactly. I'm not trying to start drama. I just think you should know. You're a doctor, right? Busy, successful, probably not around much. I think she felt, neglected. And every time she felt neglected, she came to me, which has happened a lot, by the way. And now you're stepping forward to what, apologize? Apologize? Me? Why would I, dude? She's happier with me. That's just the truth. Nah, this is just to make the transition smoother for you. You seem like a guy who keeps it professional. So I'm hoping we can handle this like adults. Is that what this is? An adult conversation? Well, yeah, we're both adults, aren't we? Anyway, I know there's probably a divorce coming. Totally get it. All I ask is that when the money stuff comes up, alimony, the house, whatever, just be reasonable. She's not the enemy here. She just fell for someone else. So you expect me to provide for her? Well, yeah, you've got the career, right? That means you have a lot of money and stability. Meanwhile, she's starting over. That's hard to do, you dig? And come on, the courts usually side with the woman anyway, am I right? That's how the system works. When a couple breaks up, the guy forks over half his stuff to the woman. That's an interesting interpretation of divorce law. I'm just saying, as the man who's gonna be looking out for her best interest from now on, I want to make one thing clear. I'm not gonna let her settle for anything less than as much as she deserves. You're awfully invested for someone who just admitted to sleeping with my wife. Look, I didn't come here to fight, and I know that you're a big fancy doctor and all of that, and you know a lot of stuff. But again, I'm just trying to avoid surprises down the line. That's reasonable, right? Sure. I'm actually in complete agreement with you. Let's agree to keep things civil. I'll see to it that Rihanna gets exactly what she deserves. Hey, I really appreciate that, man. Let me know how the numbers shake out. I might have to turn down an offer if it's not enough, but you get that, right? Oh yeah, I totally get it. We'll be in touch. I need to talk. This isn't something that can wait.
Seriously? Right now? I'm out with my friends. It's karaoke night. I'm super buzzed, and I am literally about to go up and sing. Can this not wait until tomorrow?
Sean messaged me. He introduced himself and said he's been having an affair with you.
Oh, so he actually went through with it. I told him not to say anything yet. I wanted to enjoy the thrill of going behind your back a little longer. He's so impulsive sometimes.
So you're not denying it?
No, I'm not. Why would I bother? I figured you already suspected something. It's not like I was trying that hard to hide it.
You weren't.
Well, there you go. I mean, what did you expect? You've been practically invisible for months. I was just the person who lived in your house. I did your laundry, I washed the dishes, that's about it. You didn't even look at me anymore.
That doesn't give you the right to step outside the marriage.
Oh my God, Michael, spare me. You're not exactly husband of the year. Maybe if you'd put half the effort into me the way you do your career, this wouldn't have happened. The way you do your career, this wouldn't have happened.
You could have said something. If you were feeling lonely, then we could have talked about things. But instead, you chose to betray me.
Right, because talking to you would have gone so well. I know how that conversation goes. You'd nod, say, we'll talk later, then vanish right into your next 14-hour shift. At least Sean listens. At least he makes me feel like I exist.
So this was all about attention?
It was about someone actually seeing me. Actually, you know what? No, screw this. I'm not doing this right now. You want to yell, lecture? Fine, just not tonight. I'm not ruining my mood over this.
I'm not yelling. I'm not even surprised. But I am documenting this. I want to be crystal clear about what you've just admitted.
Oh, get over yourself. What, are you already drafting divorce papers? That was fast. I guess this is just a business transaction to you now.
And you're the one who turned it into a transaction.
Fine, then let's talk numbers. I assume I'll hear from your lawyer soon. But let's be clear, I am not walking away from this empty-handed. I spent years married to you, supporting your schedule, putting my career on hold. I'm entitled to something. And don't think I'll let you nickel and dime me just because you're pissed.
You're entitled to whatever the law provides, nothing more.
Don't play the cold robot routine with me. You're not the only one with rights here. I gave you my best years. I kept everything running so you could succeed. The least you can do is take care of me.
Once again, Rihanna, I assure you, you will be taken care of.
Wow, that's all I get from you? After everything?
After everything, that's more than you deserve.
Unbelievable. You know what? I'm heading to Sean's place after karaoke. Let me know when your lawyer is ready to talk.
Hey man, quick question for you. I just saw something Rihanna got from your lawyer. Some kind of agreement? Or I don't know, something like a breakdown of payments? All I saw was that the bottom of the page says $15,000, and it looked like something you two had both already signed. I assume you're referring to the damages claim that was served to her? Damages? I don't know. I don't think that's what it was. It looked to me like a divorce settlement or support estimate or something. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. 15 grand seems a little low, though, don't you think? I mean, she's your wife. She deserves more than that after everything. No, the amount on that form you saw was precisely what she deserves, especially after everything. Dude, come on, are you really gonna do this? I thought we had an understanding. We had our little man-to-man chat the other day, right? Yeah, the man-to-man chat when you stormed into my texts and announced you were banging my wife. Yeah, that chat! And I told you I wasn't gonna let you lowball her, didn't I? And then you go and pull something like this. I'm disappointed, dude. Super disappointed. I thought we were beyond this. Well, you're gonna have to go have a talk with your lawyer because this thing is going straight in the trash. You're gonna have to fork up a lot more than a measly $15,000. That document wasn't about what I'm giving her. It was about what she owes me. Wait, what? You're misunderstanding the situation entirely. That document isn't a settlement in her favor. It's a legal demand for breach of contract, as outlined in the prenuptial agreement. Hold on. Are you saying she's the one paying you? That's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, well, that doesn't make sense. You're the one who's the big shot doctor, right? You're the one with all the money. She's starting over from scratch. That kind of imbalance usually triggers support payments, not penalties. Not when there's a legally binding prenuptial agreement in place, and not when the party initiating the breach, in this case your girlfriend, violated it. Okay, but this has got to be negotiable, right? I mean, you're a reasonable guy. We could work something out. 15 grand feels, I don't know, it feels kind of bitter and resentful, especially with the timing. I'll tell you what, we'll agree to pay you nominal damages of $1. There's no we involved in this process. This isn't a negotiation, it's enforcement. The details of this were set in stone years ago. All right, but just hear me out. You and I both know how this stuff works. Judges don't care about cheating anymore. Everyone's doing it. The system still favors the lower earning spouse. You're a doctor. You're doing fine. 15 grand isn't even a month of your income. Don't you think you should be the bigger person and just, let this go? Once again, you've completely misread me and my motivations. This isn't about the money. As you pointed out yourself, I certainly don't need the money. No, this is about accountability. She signed a contract, she broke it. There are consequences when you break a contract. Man, come on! You don't actually expect her to cough up 15 grand? She doesn't have that much money, you know that! She doesn't exactly have doctor cash, dude! That's her problem, not mine. Huh. I guess since you seem intent on staying with her, that makes it your problem, too. Okay, look, can we be real? This whole prenup thing isn't even enforceable? Like, really enforceable? I'll bet she barely even remembers signing the damn thing. Yeah, that's what it is. I bet the whole thing was forced on her. You pushed it through before the wedding. That kind of stuff doesn't hold up in court, right? It does when it's properly drafted, properly reviewed, and properly notarized, which it was. And just so you're clear, it doesn't matter if she remembers or not. All that matters is that she signed the prenuptial agreement of her own free will. She even initialed the page that has the infidelity clause on it. I can have my lawyer send a copy to you if you don't believe me. Infidelity penalty? That's a real thing? In this case, yes. And since she's already admitted to violating it, in writing, there's not much left to argue. Okay, well, what happens if she just doesn't pay? Then we go to court. That becomes a matter of enforcing a debt, which could turn into wage garnishment or a lien on any asset that she has. A lien? Over an affair? That's nuts! You're actually gonna go that far? Yes, because when someone treats a marriage like it's disposable, they shouldn't be rewarded for it. Okay, but real talk. If she doesn't have the money, she's not going to pay it. So, who do you think she's gonna lean on for help? You? Yeah, and I'm telling you now, I don't have it either. I'm between jobs. I've been freelancing. Things have been tight lately. That sounds like a conversation you and Rihanna need to have. You can't actually expect me to take on her legal mess. I didn't sign any prenup. No, but you are involved. You knew she was married. You knowingly participated in the violation. That opens the door for additional civil action. And yes, that can involve you. No way. You mean you could sue me for this too? Nuh-uh, no way. I don't believe that for 1 second. You can tell yourself that if it helps you sleep, but I think you're forgetting the old lawyer adage. You can
hell am I supposed to pay you $15,000? You're the one with the mansion and the Lexus and the investment accounts. I'm crashing at a friend's house and eating microwave noodles. You think I can just cut you a check for 15 grand because you're in a bad mood?
This isn't about mood, it's about a legally enforceable contract. You signed it, you violated it. The clause is very clear.
Oh, screw your little contract. I didn't violate anything. I fell in love with someone else. You think people should be punished for that?
No one's being punished for falling in love. You're being held accountable for lying, cheating, and breaching an agreement you signed freely. You don't get to rewrite the terms now just because they stopped working in your favor.
This is total garbage, and you know it. You're just doing this because your pride's hurt. You can't stand the idea that I left you first, so you're weaponizing some dusty contract to get revenge.
If I were after revenge, I'd drag this through court and ruin both of you publicly. What I'm doing is far more generous. A fixed amount, clean break, no press, no courtroom. You're welcome.
Generous? You call this generous? You're literally demanding money from the woman you married. You said vows, Michael. You wore the damn tux and smiled through the photos. And now you're acting like this was a business deal from the beginning.
I didn't turn our marriage into a transaction. You did that when you brought a third party into it.
Unbelievable. You know what? Fine. Keep your 15 grand. Because I'll be walking away with way more than that once the divorce is finalized. I know my rights. I know how marital property works. Half of everything you own is now mine. That's the law. I'll take the 15,000 hit. The money I'll get from you will more than make up for it.
No, it won't. Read the prenup again. You waived claim to my premarital assets. You waived spousal support unless the marriage lasted 10 years, and it didn't. And you specifically agreed to the infidelity clause, which voids any claim to community equity if you cheat.
That's not enforceable. No judge is going to back that up.
Actually, they will. It's already been reviewed and validated. You had legal counsel when you signed it, Rihanna. Trying to backpedal now isn't gonna change anything.
This is so typical. You spend all your time at work and none of it with me, and suddenly I'm the villain for moving on.
You didn't move on. You moved around behind my back and into someone else's bed while still living under my roof. That's not forward motion, that's deception, and it comes with a price tag. Pay up, Rihanna, or else.
But how am I supposed to come up with 15,000? I don't have that kind of money. I'm unemployed, in case you forgot.
Then find a job, or ask Sean to cover it. After all, he helped you get into this mess. But you're not getting out of it without paying what you owe.
You are such a jerk, Michael.
And you're blocked. From now on, all communication goes through my attorney. I didn't have to chase revenge. People like Rihanna and Sean do the damage for you. After the documents were served, everything started unraveling. Rihanna tried to bluff her way through court, but the prenup held. She owes me 15 grand she doesn't have, and her attempts to dodge it only made things worse. Now she's facing wage garnishment. Sean? He panicked the second he realized he might be on the hook too. Turns out freelancing doesn't pay enough to cover someone else's mess. They're not living the dream. They're living in a cramped apartment with bills stacking up and job offers vanishing the minute someone Googles their names. I've heard the arguments carry through the thin walls. And me? I'm doing just fine. I go to work, I come home, I sleep well. No more lies, no more apologies, no more pretending everything's fine when it isn't. I didn't burn their life down, they lit the match themselves. All I did was stand back and let it fall.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
So, rumor has it that Mom and Dad set you up on a date, right? Okay, girl, time to spill the tea. Mom showed me the guy's picture. His name's Hugo, right? His dad's some big shot CEO and he's a total dreamboat. Ugh, you're literally marrying into a fortune. That's insane. It wasn't a date. It was just I don't know. I guess it was just a meeting. We met and we talked for a while, and that's all. I haven't decided anything yet. Oh, please. Mom already said you gave the green light. Wait, what? Yep, she said the wedding's in 3 months. You're not wasting any time at all, are you? I bet you're hard at work getting ready right now, huh? 3 months is practically tomorrow in the bridal world. We're getting married, and in 3 months? Since when? Back up 1 second. I haven't said yes to anything yet, much less getting married in 3 months. Well, I mean, you were gonna say yes eventually, right? Why wouldn't you? He's hot, he's rich, he's heir to a whole company, and you'd instantly become a spoiled, pampered housewife. That's the kind of stuff girls dream about. That might be what you want in a husband, but I have my own criteria for the man I'm going to marry. I'm looking for something a little more meaningful than wealth and influence. Oh wow, look at you, pretending to be deep. Sis, no offense, but your options aren't exactly overflowing. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? You're kinda, ugly. I'm aware I'm not the family beauty queen, thanks. But that doesn't mean I have to settle for someone I don't even know. Well, sure, I guess you don't have to, but real talk, sis, if you turn this chance down, you're only going to get uglier from here on out. At this rate, you're going to have 100% chance of being alone forever in no time. You should lock in some man, any man, while you still have the chance. Morgan, you got a D in statistics in high school. I won't be taking advice from you on my chances for anything. And it's my life, so I'm going to decide the path I take. That's all. Oh yeah, that's a really great idea. Flaunt how much smarter you are than me. Newsflash, men don't like smart women, at least not women who act smart. You should be grateful someone like Hugo is even an option. This isn't a competition, and this topic is definitely not your business. Stay out of it, okay? Oh, yes, it is so my business. How did you land the single most eligible bachelor in the city while I'm stuck waiting for Prince Charming to text back? I'm done with this conversation. I have somewhere to be. Oh my God, really? You're gonna walk away all smug just because you're the chosen one now? At least admit it. You're secretly intimidated by how fabulous I am. Come on, look at me. I'm cute, I'm fun, I'm basically wife material. Ugh, you are so infuriating. You're not even that pretty, and yet you act like you're too good for everyone. Just wait, I'm gonna prove I'm better. Hugo's gonna see what he's missing, and you're gonna be so embarrassed. Hey, are you ignoring me? Stop doing that. I am still talking to you. Rachel! I'm gonna show you once and for all that I am the superior woman. Just you wait. Rachel! Oh my gosh, you are not ready for this. Seriously. I have big, massive news. Oh boy, I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear it. So, I slept with Hugo. Kidding. Well, okay, not kidding. I actually did sleep with him. We had an absolutely heavenly night together 3 months ago. 3 months ago? Hold on. You mean this happened immediately after we met? Uh-huh. I texted him, we grabbed dinner, and let's just say things moved fast. Honestly, it was electric. And get this, he told me he knew you had a younger sister, but no one warned him I'd be this jaw-droppingly beautiful. Isn't that the sweetest thing you've ever heard? Once he saw me in person, he said he wanted me, not you. And for the record, those were his words, not mine. I see. And what did Mom and Dad say when you told them? Oh yeah, about that. I haven't told them. Not yet, anyway. You haven't told them? Morgan, the wedding is in 2 days. Yeah, I brought it up forever ago. I told them that I wanted to marry Hugo instead, but they totally brushed it off. They were making a bunch of stupid excuses why I couldn't marry him, but I tuned it all out. Once they said no, what's the point? Wow. Okay, what about Hugo's parents? Do they know, or... No, we haven't said anything to them either. But I mean, Hugo's cool with it. So why stress about how our parents feel? Double wow. This is just... ugh. And the venue? You can't just switch brides like it's musical chairs. No wedding venue is going to allow that. Actually, funny story. They totally are going to allow that. Hugo's got a buddy who works there. The whole thing's been cleared. Smooth as butter. Okay, well, this is quite the development. I'm honestly unsure how to react. We were going to make this big surprise. You show up, I walk down the aisle, everyone's like, whoa, plot twist. But yeah, 2 brides would have been awkward, huh? You seriously think this is funny? Funny? I don't know. I just think it's things going back to the way they should be. Oh, I found the marriage certificate that you and Hugo were preparing for the wedding. I went ahead and worked a little magic, otherwise known as whiteout. I erased your name and wrote mine in its place. Ta-da! What? Hold on. What's this about a marriage certificate with my name on it? I never signed one of those. Well, Dad gave it to Hugo and it had your name on it and everything. It was practically gift wrapped. Wow. So you and Hugo are really determined to go through with this, huh? Oh, you want to know how determined I am to make Hugo mine? Well, listen to this. Guess who's pregnant? This girl. I went to the OBGYN yesterday and the baby is perfectly healthy. You're serious? Dead serious. Once his dad finally kicks the bucket, Hugo's going to be running the company. And that means he'll be raking in all sorts of money to spoil me with. I mean, it's basically a real-life fairy tale minus the pumpkin. I see. Sorry for snatching him, I guess. But come on, it was kind of a miracle that a girl like you landed someone like Hugo in the first place. Let's be real, that wasn't gonna last. No offense, but you're not exactly dazzling. Anyway, you can still come to the wedding. You don't have to stay, though. You could always just drop your gift off at the reception desk and go back home. No tears, no drama. That's the vibe. Well, thanks for letting me know. Aw, don't be salty. It's not my fault. You're uglier than me. Blame Mom and Dad for that. Life isn't fair, sis. You should know that by now. Wow, Morgan, I really can't thank you enough for this. Huh? Wait, was that your sad little final jab? Trying to act all graceful like you're not dying inside? Nope, I'm genuinely grateful. Rachel, did you spend all night bawling your eyes out because your precious Hugo is mine now? Be honest, did you cry into your pillow and listen to sad breakup songs on repeat? Just do me a favor and don't show up at the wedding in some kind of jealous meltdown, okay? That would be like super embarrassing for everyone. Oh, and by the way, thank you for the dress. Your face looks like a warthog got the mumps, but at least we're close to the same dress size. It fit me perfectly. I'll bet this dress is breathing a huge sigh of relief knowing that I'm wearing it instead of you. This thing is incredible. It's custom made by a really exclusive designer. If you don't come to the wedding, I'll probably just take a bunch of selfies with it so you can take it all in. Oh, great. I wondered why my phone was blowing up with notifications, and now I immediately regret checking. I guess you're busy getting ready for your wedding, so why are you taking the time to talk to me? There you are. I was wondering when you were going to text me back. I was half convinced you were going to ghost us forever out of shame. Gotta admit, I respect the guts. It's not ghosting. I'm simply cutting back on talking to people who I can't stand. And no, I'm not coming to the wedding. Oh, okay then. Honestly, that makes things way less complicated. No dramatic scenes, no awkward stares, just a beautiful ceremony starring none other than yours truly. So yeah, I'm gonna go and probably never speak to any of you ever again, so can you pass along a message to Mom and Dad? Are you seriously sending me on errands now? Whatever, if it's just showing them a message, fine. Let's get this over with. Thanks, sending it now. All right, what's this big final statement of yours? As I have told you on more than one occasion, I never, from the very beginning, had any intentions of marrying Hugo. Wait, what? Hold on. And as you also know, I've been in a committed relationship with someone else for quite some time. Are you kidding me? You, the ugliest woman in the world, had a boyfriend? I was appalled when, after my boyfriend's parents had already invited you to come to their house and meet them to celebrate our engagement, you went and arranged for me to marry some man whom I had never met, all without saying a single word on the subject to me.
Oh my God! You didn't just have a boyfriend, you were engaged?
We have talked this over for quite some time now, and we have come to the conclusion that this is an absolutely unforgivable display of disrespect, and as such, we have decided to cut all of you out of our lives for good. We are moving out of this godforsaken town and starting a new life for ourselves somewhere else. Furthermore, we have already gotten married. We had a ceremony with just my now husband's family and the few members of our family whom I trust. This is the last you will hear from me. Don't bother trying to find us. You won't.
What? What the actual hell? You're eloping? Are you serious right now?
Very serious.
Well, where are you running away to?
As if I'd tell you that. That would kill the point of eloping. We're gone.
No. You can't just bail like that. Literally none of that makes sense. Why haven't you told me about... Rachel, everything is falling apart. The wedding was a total disaster. People are yelling, Hugo's parents are freaking out, and when I say freaking out, I mean they are livid. They just told me that there's no point to this wedding unless you are the one marrying Hugo. What does that even mean?
It means the marriage wasn't about love, it was a business merger.
Huh?
I'll explain in the simplest terms possible. Our dad's company and Hugo's dad's company have both been drowning in debt for years. They thought tying the families together would solve everything.
Okay, not really sure what that means, but...
Hugo's dad owns a key patent that our parents were hoping to use, and our family holds some proprietary technology that could have saved their company. They thought combining them would lead to a new product line or something that could save both companies. But it had to look legitimate, so they needed me, the good daughter, to marry in and seal the deal.
So they just decided to marry you off like we're in some kind of medieval fantasy movie?
Yeah, that's a pretty apt analogy, actually. It wasn't about me being happy, it was about cutting costs and saving face. They thought if we became one family, they wouldn't have to license the patent or spend thousands of dollars and man-hours negotiating fees. It was a shortcut.
And I messed that up?
You didn't just mess it up, Morgan. You detonated it. You swapped the bride, broke the chain of trust, and didn't bother to tell anyone. Now the agreement is worthless. Without me, the partnership has no foundation.
Okay, I really don't have any idea what any of that means, but let's just skip that for now. I just found out the worst thing of all. Hugo's not going to inherit the company.
Oh, wow. He's not?
Yeah, apparently he's got no business sense at all. The only reason he has a job at the company in the first place is because he's family. They basically just give him a salary and have him do minor work that won't do too much damage when he inevitably screws it all up.
Huh. Yeah, I'd buy that. So who's the next CEO really gonna be?
His older sister.
I see.
I see? Is that all you have to say to me? They tricked me. Hugo tricked me. You tricked me.
No, I didn't.
This sucks. And then I just now hear about your stupid boyfriend.
Husband, but continue.
He's apparently some super crazy successful business guy making like 4 times what Hugo makes.
Yeah, that's probably an understatement. He started an online business that really took off, so yeah.
Right? That's the kind of man I want. That's the kind of man I deserve. Give him to me.
Huh?
You heard me. I want your boyfriend, so give him to me, and then you can marry Hugo like you planned.
What?
Okay, we've got a deal, so hurry up and get over here with your boyfriend.
Morgan, you told everyone you're pregnant with Hugo's child.
Well, yeah, sure, kinda, but...
And today is the day you move into his family's home, remember?
I am?
I'll do you the favor of forgetting you ever made that absolutely bonkers proposal just now, so just be sure to keep your head down, okay?
Wait, what's this about me moving in with them?
You'll find out shortly. Oh, and a heads up, Hugo's mom is an absolute nightmare. She's such a menace that she was solely responsible for Hugo's last wife going crazy and running away. Get ready for your daily dose of passive-aggressive breakfast chats.
Wait, what? Hugo's been married before? No one told me that.
Maybe because you were too busy stealing dresses and bragging to listen. Hope you enjoy tiptoeing around her for the next few decades.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't do this.
Sure you can. Well, actually, you probably can't, but do your best. I would strongly advise you to be careful not to earn your mother-in-law's ire. Well, I'm about to get rid of this phone, so it's been nice knowing you.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My husband's business is doing pretty well and is expanding overseas, so he thought it would be best going forward to move to a tax haven. And I doubt we'll ever set foot in this country again, so I don't need this phone anymore. I'm gonna buy a new one with my husband's money.
Rachel, wait!
Nope.
Want your stuff lying around when Julie moves in next week.
We live in the same house, Tom. If you've got something to say, then you can say it to my face, not through texts like some coward.
Don't start with me. I'll say things however I damn well please. The only thing that matters is this. Julie's moving in, you're moving out. End of story.
Julie, as in your mistress?
She's not gonna be a mistress for much longer. We're gonna get married as soon as possible. Next week, to be precise. She's pregnant, Hannah, and I want her moved into my house and settled in before we officially tie the knot. So do me a favor and get out, quickly.
Listen to yourself, Tom. You always used to pride yourself on being the great, honorable, firstborn son of your family, and this is where you landed? Cheating on your wife of 25 years with someone young enough to be your daughter? Wow. Just wow.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you've become a pathetic cliche. You throw away your wife of 2.5 decades for some 20-something bimbo with a flat stomach and revealing attire. And your whole family just claps and smiles like it's a damn fairy tale. It's sick. All of you are sick.
Oh, please, don't act like you didn't have a part in this. You're not innocent.
Because I gave birth to a daughter and not a son? That's your justification?
That's one part of it, yeah. I've always wanted a son to carry the family name. Julie's given me that. But this is more than that. I found love, Hannah. Real love.
Real love. Right.
Julie and we connected instantly. She may have come into my life later than I expected, but when we met, I knew. It hit me like lightning. This woman is my soulmate. It was a feeling I never got with you. And now she's pregnant with my son, the heir I've waited for all my life and you never gave me.
You mean the son you think will fix everything for you? You really believe knocking up a younger woman erases the years we spent building this life together?
It's not about erasing anything. It's about finally having what I want. And out of respect, which is much more than you deserve from me, I'm offering you more alimony than I need to, so don't start whining.
Respect? You cheat on me, replace me, and kick me out of the house I have run for 25 years. And now I'm supposed to thank you for cutting a check?
Let's not pretend like you've been perfect. You're just an old woman now. You couldn't give me a son. You've got nothing left to offer. Take your daughter and get out.
Fine, but don't expect me to disappear overnight. Finding a new place takes time, especially since I have never had a job or income of my own. You made sure of that, remember? You don't need college, you said. Just learn how to be a good wife. You trapped me in this role, and now that I've outlived my usefulness, you're tossing me like garbage. I'm not leaving tomorrow. I need at least 10 days to get ready.
10 days? You've got to be kidding me!
2 weeks would be fair, but I'm trying to be civil. I'm the one who has to rebuild my entire life from scratch, Tom. You made damn sure I'd be dependent, and now I need time to build a life that isn't chained to you.
Whatever, just be gone by the time Julie moves in.
Calls. It's not so easy to find something that both isn't a rat-infested slum and won't break the bank. Wait, so this is for the new apartment already? Yeah, we've only got 10 days to get out, remember? I was hoping maybe you'd come along. But you said you had plans with your friends today, right? Yeah, I did. Sorry. I didn't know you were diving in this fast. It's okay. Honestly, it's probably better this way. At least this is happening now, when you're still out on winter break. If I can get everything settled in the next few days, the move shouldn't cause too much disruption. Still, Mom, the way Dad handled all of this, it was so totally unforgivable. He stood up in front of everyone, my aunts, uncles, cousins, and made his disgusting announcement like it was a romantic toast.
In his mind, it was happy news. He's getting a new wife, a new baby, a new start. Perfect timing, right? A big New Year's Eve announcement for maximum attention.
He is such a narcissist. He walks around acting like he's the head of some royal dynasty. Like, hello, it's not the Middle Ages anymore. Being the firstborn doesn't mean that much now. Meanwhile, you're the one who's been holding everything together all these years.
Ashley,
No, seriously. Every year it was the same thing. You planned the holiday party, you cooked for 30 people, you poured drinks, you cleaned up after everyone. Even with me and Grandma helping, you were still doing almost everything on your own. And now what? You're being tossed out like old leftovers? And for Julie, who's, 25?
22, actually.
Even worse. That's barely older than me, Mom. It's gross. Like, how can Dad be attracted to a girl who's practically the same age as me? It's super pervy. And the fact that the family just sat there clapping and smiling like it was no big deal, I wanted to scream.
It's already done, Ashley. There's no undoing it. He's made up his mind.
But why are you going along with it? That's what I don't understand. You've done everything for this family for years now. But now he tells you to pack up and leave and you just do it?
You know something? Well, as awful as it sounds, I'm actually kind of...
Wait, what? Excited? Aren't you, devastated, angry, hurt?
Excited. Yeah, I'm hurt. Of course I am. He betrayed me. But more than anything, I feel like I can finally breathe. Like I've been stuck in a dark little box for half my life, and now someone finally opened the lid. I'm not just losing a husband, I'm gaining freedom.
That's weirdly inspiring. You're right, it is freeing.
And I've been thinking, what if we moved to the city?
Wait, what? The city?
Well, until your graduation in March, we'll stay nearby, just rent a small apartment, something manageable. But after that, we make the leap, you and me. We start our lives over in the city.
That's a huge change. Do we even have a plan?
Nope, not even a little bit. But we'll figure it out together.
You used to be terrified of change. What happened?
I don't know. Maybe I finally reached my limit. Or maybe I just remembered who I used to be. When I was your age, I dreamed about living in the city. I wanted to work, build something for myself. But then I met your father, married young, and quit my job. That dream just disappeared.
You think we can really do this?
I think we can do anything we damn well please. We're not tied to anyone anymore. No traditions, no expectations, no patriarchy breathing down our necks. Just us.
Wow, you know what? Let's do it. Let's start over. Big city, new life. I'm in.
You sure?
If you're this fired up about it, how could I not be? Let's go.
All right then, it's decided. No more waiting, no more settling. Let's write our own story now.
Hey, Mom, I'm finally off work. That was my last shift of the year. Now I have a few days to get some much-needed R&R.
You definitely deserve it, sweetheart. Today was my last shift, too, at the bakery. We're closed until after the new year, too.
Wow, that's perfect timing. Should I stop by the store on the way home? Maybe pick up something fun for tonight?
Honestly, I don't think we need anything. It's the strangest feeling. Up until last year, I was always collapsing under the weight of a mile-long shopping list around this time of year.
Right? I'm walking out of work thinking, wait, that's it? It's weird not racing around with you, making billions of tiny appetizers that mostly get spilled on the floor by you-know-who's drunk relatives.
Exactly. This time last year, we were losing our minds prepping for your father's New Year's Eve bash. He wanted everything perfect, from appetizers to the drink table, not to mention that ridiculous countdown backdrop he made you hang.
And let's not forget Christmas and Thanksgiving, too. Back-to-back cooking, cleaning, hosting, fake smiling through drama. You practically lived in the kitchen for 2 straight months.
And now, not a single casserole to make, no guest lists, no fake smiles. Even the deep clean is already done. We don't owe anyone anything this year.
Which means we're totally gloriously free for New Year's.
You know what I'm thinking?
I sure hope you're thinking girls' night out.
You read my mind. Let's find a nice place with a spa, soak all night, and toast to the future. A future with no one breathing down our necks.
Now that is what I wanted to hear. And even if we can't find a place with a spa, we can just go to a nice hotel for a night. Then we could hit the spa in the morning.
That's the spirit. Let's plan it all out tonight. Just you and me. No rules.
This is going to be the best New Year's ever.
Ashley, it's me, your father.
What do you want?
You need to come home for the holidays.
Excuse me?
It's Julie, my new wife. She's completely falling apart. She's constantly exhausted from taking care of the baby, and she does nothing but complain. And even if she weren't, it's not like she's actually good for anything around the house. She can't cook, she doesn't know how to host, and the whole house is a mess. We've got Christmas and New Year's coming up, and no one else in the family is stepping up to host the usual get-togethers. You were trained by your mother. You know how to handle this stuff. And since you're the eldest daughter of the family, it's your responsibility to help carry on the family's traditions.
No.
Hey!
And started barking orders at her like he used to do with me. He told her that it's her duty as the family's eldest daughter. This from the same man who once sneered that daughters were worthless. The irony would be funny if it weren't so pathetic. It's obvious he had no idea how much work it takes to organize family gatherings like that. His mother-in-law used to do it when she was healthier, and then I took over that role from her. Now he's stuck with Julie, who probably only married him for the family money and can barely handle making a home-cooked meal for 3, let alone a full family gathering. Serves him right. Imagining his house full of hungry relatives with nothing to eat or drink, I have to admit it's pretty satisfying. As for us, Ashley and I are spending New Year's at a beautiful hot spring inn. No guests, no obligations, just freedom.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Giselle, are you there? This is your old friend Laura. Long time no see.
Huh? Laura? I guess I forgot to block your number, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Bye-bye.
Now, hold your horses there. Are you actually still upset at me for everything that happened 8 years ago? And on an even more serious note, do you still have things going on with your ex-boyfriend that I stole from you back then? Gross, that guy was from all the way back in high school. But I guess those were the best years of your life, huh? It's so sad to think about, really.
That's not it at all. I'm just upset still by the fact that you stole my ex-boyfriend back in the day, but Neither of you told me until senior year when I found out he left me for you. So why would I have any interest in that guy after what you both did to me?
Oh, right. Well, whatever then, I guess. And anyway, right now, what I've come to talk about has nothing to do with that drama.
And what's that?
I heard that you're married now.
And what about that?
Well, it just so happens that something went on at the class reunion from half a year ago.
And? How does the class reunion have anything to do with the fact that I'm married?
Your husband came to that class reunion.
Really?
Well, at the time, I heard that the two of you were married while he was there, and I just wanted to let you know that I might have to steal another man from you. And at the time, I wasn't able to find you anywhere at the reunion to tell you. But I guess it's already too late because everything went exactly as I said.
So that class reunion and me being married, what do they have to do with one another?
So I'm saying your husband is now my man to keep.
No, because my husband has never gone to any class reunions.
Huh?
And even if he did, he wasn't even in the same class as us, so he would never have been invited to the event in the first place.
Wait, are you starting to freak out already? I'm sure realizing that I have now stolen 2 men from you in your lifetime is a pretty hard fact to swallow, but come on. You shouldn't lie to me about where he's been.
I'm not lying, though.
All right. Then I guess I'll get all my facts straight and show you that you're lying. I know that at the event, I took your 7 figures a year man and brought him back home with me for the night. So I'm really sorry for stealing your man again.
A salary of 8 figures?
I'd really like it if you guys would hurry up and get divorced, please and thank you.
I'm still confused by who you're talking about right now.
All right, I've already told you everything you need to know. See ya.
Wait a sec.
I'm back again, Giselle. This is the gal that's having a very romantic relationship with your husband.
What?
I can't believe how amazing a man your husband really is. It's already awesome having his income of 8 figures, but the way our love matches each other so well, it must mean we've been destined to be with each other forever. So I think it's about time for you to divorce him and leave for me.
And that's why I said this before. My husband was not in the same class as us. Whoever you're talking about right now has nothing to do with me and is for sure not my husband. Who even is the guy you're on about?
You already know his name, so I'm not going to go through the trouble of saying it for you.
Well, if you don't tell me who he is, then this conversation is going to go nowhere.
Well, if I have to. His name is Arnold. Arnold!
Arnold? I don't really know who that is. Well, I guess there was one guy named Arnold in our class, but to be honest, I can't even remember what his face looked like.
Oh? Are you going to try and act dumb for me now? There's no way a wife would ever be forgetting her husband's name like that.
Well, that's why I'm saying that I don't know who that guy is. My husband does not have that name, okay?
Fine, then why don't you tell me your husband's name then?
Well, even if I tell you, you won't know who he is.
Oh, so you're afraid to tell me. So in other words, your husband is Arnold.
Fine, I'll tell you. My husband's name is Dennis.
Dennis? Really? Dennis?
Yeah, that's my husband's name. And I'm sure you don't know who he is, right?
Hold on. I think I see what you're doing here.
And what do you think I'm trying?
I get it. I'll play along and believe you. Man, this is so crazy after all.
Laura.
Well, if you're just going to keep playing dumb and lying to me, I'll have to change my tactics and find a different way to get him out of your hands.
Tactics?
Well, I'm going to get going now. See you again. I'm back again, Giselle. I've finally come to tell you that this is my last time saying this, but your husband is all mine. I know that last time I asked you for your husband's name, right? And I know that I didn't make any mistakes about who he really is. Well, it did take me a little time to do my research, but I even found out that he will be making $10.2 million this year. So you really must be pretty afraid of letting go of him now, huh?
A salary of $10.2 million next year? I'm still a little lost on who you're talking about this time. Arnold?
Really? Well, because you told me the name of your husband, I actually left that Arnold guy and came after Dennis instead.
No, my husband does not make that kind of money in a year.
Wait, are you saying he makes even more than that? Awesome, that's even better for me.
That's really not what I meant by that.
Arnold was a great guy and all, but his older brother Danny bringing in so much more money makes him way better.
Danny?
I made sure to change my target to him so that I'd be stealing your husband.
Well, that guy is also not my husband.
Excuse me?
Well, my husband is from Maine, and he has no brothers, and his name is Dennis.
What?
So I think you misheard me or something and took that for Danny.
Huh?
I guess I should have been a bit more forward that his name was just Dennis and it wasn't just a nickname.
Wait, huh?
And because of the way you've been mistaking these men for my husband, I had to ask a high school friend about all of this. That Arnold guy's wife is actually Jezebel, and yes, she was going to the same high school as us, but she didn't come there until junior year and wasn't even in our class either.
What? Jezebel?
She just moved back to her hometown 4 years ago and then 2 years later married Arnold.
What?
I'm sure that you've been confused by that too, so I have to ask. Did you really mishear her name and think that you were looking for Giselle instead of Jezebel? Because it's a stretch, but I can see how you got confused by our names. This was all based off what my friend told me, but what do you think? Seems that things are starting to all come together now, huh?
Well, when I heard that Arnold's wife's name started with a G, I thought it was you again.
I see. Well, I know that you didn't ask for me to tell you any of this, but just to be sure, my husband is actually from Maine and has been living in Colorado for a while now. So that's why I was saying there's no way he'd have been invited to a class reunion here in Colorado. And there would definitely be no way that he'd know who you are and you him.
Well, that doesn't matter. I'll start going after Dennis for real now.
What?
Up until now, I've been holding back all this time, and it seems everyone has been making me feel stupid. And after stealing your ex-boyfriend back in the day, I had the drive to come back and steal more from you. If I can't get your husband as my own, then I'll never be satisfied.
Are you a frickin' idiot?
What?
Have you ever heard of the words court and settlement?
What? Why are you bringing that all up?
Well, the two guys that you've been messing with, Arnold and Danny, well, both of them have wives right now.
And so what? I don't care. It's not my fault that I'm the most sexy and amazing girl around that is able to get any guy she wants to like her and sleep with her.
But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
What?
Even if you are able to get either Danny or Arnold to be with you, it doesn't change the fact that you go around stealing different men from their wives, but you are the worst of the worst when it comes to women. I mean, you even just bragged about sleeping around with different men that you stole away from their family.
And?
Well, I'm just saying that you are worse than a woman, even worse than most witches and crap.
What are you getting at?
I think you're in the position to receive a whole lot of complaints from a lot of women, and soon to follow a whole lot of settlements that you'll have to pay up. Listen, what you've been doing recently has been a whole lot of really bad crap.
Huh?
And what's even worse is both of those men were mistakes while you were trying to find my husband. You really are a dunce, Laura, and that's really all you are.
What's this all about? You're just pissed because the girl that stole your man years ago is back for more and you can't stop her.
I told you before that I am not upset about you having the ability to take other people's partners, especially over the stuff that happened then. I'm more just troubled by the fact that you think this is all okay. And now you're going after married couples like that's the same as just stealing an unmarried couple's man.
You need to shut up a little. All this talk about me being in the wrong is really going to rile me up.
Are you serious? I just told you all of these things, and yet you still don't see how deep of a hole you dug yourself in?
Me? I'm in no hole.
You literally just had an affair with 2 married men. If their wives find out, you will be screwed by a lot of settlements. You have to understand that that's not a good thing, right?
Oh, I see. Well, those 2 wealthy men will already be there ready to pay for whatever I owe.
No, I don't think so. I think that those 2 have already lost their jobs and the money they said they'd be making.
Huh? They were fired?
Well, I heard that both Danny and Arnold were working for Jezebel's father's company. But he will find out about the 2 of them cheating with you, so...
He will?
Yeah, well, he already has, actually. I told you that I'd be telling all of them about this, didn't I? Well, I told both of their wives just a second ago while we've been texting.
You're kidding.
And we even started talking about how the two of them were about to open their businesses linked to the company the dad owns. But since you were so focused on trying to steal my husband, you didn't stop to think about the harm that all of your stupid games caused for everyone.
Stupid games?
I guess it was also those husbands' fault as well for going out with you, so maybe this was all just a little too unstable to begin with, their relationships. But maybe they'll come to marry you after having lost everything. But that would mean you'd have to choose between one or the other.
Right now, I'm coming over to your house.
Huh? Right now?
You told me that your husband Dennis isn't from here, right? That'll be even better than either of those two jobless losers. So I'm coming over to your place right now to steal that man of yours. So tell me your address.
Do you need to go see a doctor or something? I swear there is seriously something wrong with your brain right now.
What?
Well, even if you did have my address somehow, I'm not even in the U.S. at the moment. About a year ago, Dennis had finished his business agreement working for a company over here in Colorado. But since that ended, we both moved back over to his parents' hometown in Poland.
Poland?
And so now that you'll be all caught up in the court system trying to pay off all of those soon-to-be-made settlements, I doubt you'll have the time or money to make your way over here.
How much will those settlements be, you think?
Well, at least over 100,000 total, and that's if they go easy on you.
100,000?
Did you seriously not think about how much people can ask for when going against the person that ruined their relationship?
I just thought 300 to 400 or so.
Man, you were way off, huh? Well, this is all what you asked for by going after two brothers that work together under the company of their wife's husband.
But then they shouldn't need this kind of money from me, and I don't have nearly enough.
Well, that's not going to be my problem now, is it? And to think you were so confident in your skills of being able to steal other women's husbands that this simple punishment for those crimes went right over your head. But soon you'll understand just how many people you hurt and what has been coming for you for a long time now. So following that intense conversation I had with Laura, the one where she arrogantly laughed off everything like she was invincible, things began to fall apart for her faster than she could have ever imagined. Not long after, she got hit with some unexpected messages from the two brothers she'd tangled with, and it wasn't pretty. They told her straight out that she'd ruined their lives, their marriages, and that their wives were preparing to go after her with everything they had. No more games, no more whispered secrets. This was real now. The gloves were off. She started receiving multiple legal notices, one after another, all threatening court action. Eventually, things got formal. The settlements being requested were sky high, and from what I heard, her jaw dropped when she realized how serious the whole mess had become. But of course, the story doesn't just stop there. Oh no, it gets even messier. Turns out Laura's antics stretched far beyond just the two brothers. During the legal proceedings, more women began to come forward. One after another, they shared their own stories, each naming Laura as the woman who had torn their marriages apart. In total, there were 3 more men she had secretly been involved with, all of whom were already married. By then, it wasn't just a scandal, it was a wildfire. The media caught wind of the pattern, and soon it was all over the news. Her face was plastered on headlines like "Serial Mistress Destroys Families," and suddenly the world knew exactly what kind of person Laura really was. When I saw those reports, I was stunned. Honestly, I hadn't even imagined that she'd done this more than once. To think that she'd made a whole habit of chasing after married men, wrecking homes like it was a game, and all while acting like some sort of superior woman. It's hard to even wrap your head around. It's not just wrong, it's something deeply broken. In the end, the financial toll on her was massive. Between all the lawsuits and settlements, she was buried in legal fees and court-ordered payments. From what I understand, she's now drowning in debt, and it's not the kind of hole you crawl out of easily. Some might say she'll never recover from it. A part of me feels almost sorry for her, but then I remember how cruel and smug she was when she bragged to me about stealing my husband, laughing like she'd won some prize. Even now, when I look back on the way she gloated about everything, I still can't fully understand what was going through her head. What kind of person thinks destroying families is fun? What kind of woman enjoys hurting others just to boost her ego? Maybe she thought it made her powerful. Maybe she thought no one would catch on. But reality hit her like a truck, and now she's paying the price.
Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.